The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has organized a two-day training for Governor's Spouse Forum on drug prevention, treatment, and care in Nigeria. Declaring the seminar open, Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Remi Tinubu, said the challenge of drug abuse and trafficking is not only for the security agencies and urged governors' wives in Nigeria to establish drug rehabilitation centers in their various states to assist in the fight against drug abuse in the country. Clevy News' Imifuno Okon was there and now tells us more.
Declaring the workshop opened on behalf of the First Lady, wife of the Inspector General of Police, Elizabeth Ekwetokun, urged governors' wives in Nigeria to take the training seriously, noting that it is through advocacy that they can ensure prevention, care and treatment for victims of drug abuse in their respective states. Similarly, chairperson of the Governor's Wives Forum, Olufolake Abdurazak, on behalf of the association, declared total support for the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Ndlea, in its ongoing war against abuse and trafficking of illicit drugs.
We must challenge the stigma surrounding addiction and cultivate a culture of empathy and solidarity towards those battling substance use disorders. As mothers, we understand the profound impact that drug abuse can have on our children's lives. Therefore, it is incumbent upon us to protect, nurture, and guide them towards a future free from the shackle of addiction.
Recall that in 2022, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency and Nigeria Governors Spouses Forum held a similar workshop which greatly helped First Ladies and focal persons from the states in their work in helping addicts and strengthening the work of rehabilitation centers. It is our belief that the new techniques shared here today will be useful to the older First Ladies, and the newer First Ladies will find these tools helpful in working on drug abuse in their states. Excellencies, distinguished guests, today's event will no doubt improve our capacity and interventions in combating the menace of drug abuse in our respective states. It is in this light that I enjoin us all to stay attentive and deeply engage in the sessions that would follow.
Chairman, Chief Executive of Ndlea, Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, in his opening remarks said drug prevention remains the agency's primary responsibility, hence the need for a collective effort in educating the communities, particularly the youth, about the dangers of substance abuse. At the state levels, the Ndlea boss reiterated that there is no greater partners and advocates than Nigeria's First Ladies, as their influence is needed to mainstream treatment for drug addiction in society.
Hence, I am compelled to renew the call to governors' spouses to please mobilize and engage stakeholders in your states to support prevention actions. Prevention remains our primary defense. In this vein, we must work tirelessly to educate our communities, particularly our youths, about the dangers of substance abuse and equip them with the skills and knowledge to make informed decisions.
The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, UN, EU country representatives and other stakeholders, while pledging their support in the fight against drug abuse in Nigeria, also called for a collaborative effort of everyone.
Equally important is our commitment to expanding access to evidence-based treatment and rehabilitation services for those struggling with abstinence substance use disorders. We must ensure that individuals seeking help receive the support and care they need, free from stigma or discrimination.
So we need to move basically from a concept where we have treatment centers, maybe at state capital, maybe at senatorial district, to much closer move those services to the people actually affected by drug abuse. And that is not only those ones that are using drugs, but also their families and their friends.
When drug use is whispered through society, the needs for drug-addicted men and women and children might be different. So it is very important to ensure gender-sensitive treatment. The European Union will remain fighting illicit drugs and in supporting your effort.
Our focus must therefore be on proactive measures, including education, community outreach, and policy initiatives to deter substance abuse. Now, regarding support, we are all in this together. If you are fighting the good fight against drugs, thank you, and needing a helping hand, we in the Federal Ministry of Education are there for you every step of the way.
The 2 days training and seminar approach is aimed at tackling illicit drug crisis at the state levels. Imefon Okon reporting for Clever News.